Hi, hello, how are you? My name is Pinoy, and it is Game Awards time. All right, so I've got a list in front of me, and I'm probably going to go from bottom to top in terms of my predictions on what I think will happen. I'll start with the smallest ones and go to the bigger announcements that I think can happen. I love the Game Awards time. It's always exciting. It's like E3 times of the past. If you're an old guy like me, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to start with my nopes, my maybes, and then to my... I have for sure, but I don't actually see it as like a for sure. This is just how I was categorizing it. So my nope is intergalactic. Not going to be here. I literally only have one. It's intergalactic. My maybe is Persona 6. For the longest time, I thought Persona 6 would be at the Game Awards. I think it'd be announced this year for sure. As time has gone on, I have lost a lot of that faith. I feel like, especially after Persona 4 Rewind got announced, I think it is Rewind, right? I can't even remember the name of it. I think Persona 4 Rewind is way more likely, but I'll get to that later. So my for sure's, all right, this is what I got. We're gonna start with the Sonic Racing Cross Worlds DLC. So we already know the paid DLC slots going through to Q3 of next year, but we don't know all of the free slots. So they have free characters that they release into the games. So I took a look at everyone that they have announced for the free characters, and I was like, okay, I think I got an idea here. There are 3 iconic major Sega characters that they could cross over into the game. There's Ulala from Space Channel 5, which I have not played in a very long time. Beat from Jet Set Radio, and Samba, I think his name's Samba, from Samba de Amigo. I actually never knew what his name was. Those 3 characters are very iconic from Sega's past. I know there's characters like Billy Hatcher and stuff like that, but they're not like super popular. Ulala, Beat, and Samba feel like perfect shoo-ins as free Sega characters to put in here and get people happy. But we also need Sonic characters. Now, they recently put in the comic characters. I don't remember their names, but I figured we need heroes and we need villains. So I went with Mighty and Ray. I've never actually played the game that they're from. I think they're from Knuckles Chaotix, I think. I could be wrong. I only know them from the Sonic Mania Plus game. But yeah, Mighty and Ray, I think, will come as like a pair. And then Chaos, because we need a villain. I know there are other villains like Mephiles that could be good, but I feel like Chaos is a lot more iconic and I think could fit really perfectly because you could make his car like different variants of Chaos, like his fish form or the reptile form, stuff like that. I think those could be really cool, some carts. And then the last one I have, which I think will be tied in with an announcement, is Vise from Skies of Arcadia, along with a Skies of Arcadia remaster or remake. I don't know which, it'll be one of the two. I feel like Skies of Arcadia has needed some kind of way to get back to the forefront of people, and I think the easiest way to do that, put them in Cross Worlds and announce a remaster or remake. I feel like that's perfect. Now I have a bunch of like random stuff that I can just quickly go over. I have Sony Remaster that will probably be another version of The Last of Us, which is a joke. I know they've already remastered 1 and 2, but let's be honest, they're probably gonna do it again. But we're definitely gonna get some kind of Sony Remaster. I don't know what it'll be though. Next is, let me see, a new Onimusha trailer, which I feel like is inevitable. Gacha Garbage, which is probably Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, Ananta, something like that, something within the gacha sphere. There's always like a 20 minutes of gacha games. What else do I have in here that I can quickly go over? Let's see. Oh, a new Judas trailer. So this is Ken Levine's, is it Ken Levine? The guy who made BioShock. He announced a new game a few years ago now, which was called Judas, and it looked really cool, but we have not heard anything since then, to my knowledge at least. So I feel like a good re-announcement could be here to show off Judas and probably have a release date trailer with it. I think we'll get a new Pragmata trailer because that's coming out next year. Game looks really good. We'll get a new Resident Evil 9 trailer, of course, why would we not? It's coming out very soon. Monster Hunter Wilds expansion, I feel like has to happen. I feel like it's been enough time, and I feel like they really want to inject some life back into Monster Hunter, and I feel like an easy way to do that is to announce a new expansion, and probably along with a sale on Monster Hunter Wilds. Sticking with Capcom, I think we'll also get a Street Fighter 6 DLC trailer, either Alex or Ingrid, one of the two. I feel like there's always a Street Fighter trailer in one of Jeff Keighley's what do people call them? Key 3? There's always some kind of Street Fighter 6 trailer there, and I'd love to see how they adapt Ingrid, to be honest. I think that'd be really cool. Virtual Fighter 6, I think will be shown here. We need to finally see gameplay. It's been forever, and it hasn't been forever, but like every time they show the game, bro, they just never show gameplay. Like we need to see gameplay of Virtua Fighter 6. And on the train of Virtua Fighter, Stranger Than Heaven was announced as Project Century last year at the Game Awards. Feels like a perfect time to really show more of what that game is. Every trailer that's been out there has been very mysterious, but really cool. I like the vibe of what they've shown of Stranger Than Heaven. Cool ass name, by the way. I have Fumito Ueda's video game. That's literally what I've written down. So Fumito Ueda is the guy who made Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and I never played the game, so I don't remember the name of it, but it has a big bird. Those games are amazing, and I know that he announced a new game last year. It did not have a title. It was literally just called like Untitled Game from Fumito Ueda. I think we will see what that game is called this year, and then probably next year we'll get a release date on it. Next, I will do a bunch of Konami stuff. So I have written down, let's see. I have the Metal Gear Solid Volume 2 collection with Metal Gear Solid 4. I say that, and now I don't think that's going to happen because I feel like that's a Nintendo Direct announcement, not a Game Awards announcement, but fuck it. Let's go with it. Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. I also have Silent Hill 2 DLC. I love Silent Hill 2. It's my favorite horror game of all time, the original. I have not played the remake. I have only watched it because I don't have money and I edit videos. So I've edited like 3 or 4 playthroughs of Silent Hill 2, and I really like what I've seen of the remake. I've actually never played it was for the original Xbox, I believe, right? It was like a DLC or expansion, really, to Silent Hill 2 where you played as Mary. I never played that, and this would be new content for me. I would love to see that. I think, if I remember, the voice actors, Luke Roberts, and I do not know how to say her name. Salome? I'm so sorry. I'm probably butchering your name. I remember briefly were teasing the possibility of a Silent Hill 2 DLC. So I feel like that will be here, along with a first look at Silent Hill Townfall. It's been so long since that game has been announced, and I feel like Konami's kind of on a yearly release schedule for Silent Hill, where we had Silent Hill 2 Remake last year, Silent Hill F this year, and they've been killing it. Both games are fantastic, so it feels like a good time to be like, okay, Silent Hill Townfall will be next year, and then probably the year after that will be Silent Hill 1 Remake, and then the year after that will probably be a new Silent Hill, and then the year after that will probably be Silent Hill 3 Remake. I feel like they're on a roll here with the Silent Hill games. And then my last one, which is definitely not going to happen, but I'm predicting it anyway, I wrote down new Castlevania and people will give a fuck again. Dude, it's been too long since we've gotten a new Castlevania. Castlevania has crossed over with so many things in the past few years. It has an excellent show on Netflix. Like, how do we not have a new Castlevania yet? Granted, I think that if it was a 2D Castlevania, it would be a Nintendo Direct. And then why I think it's going to be here is because I think they're going to bring it back as a 3D game, which could be a mistake. I don't know. We'll see. I just want to see Castlevania, bro. I think we will finally get a brand new Castlevania, and it will look cool and people will be into it. The next thing I have is Control 2, which I believe has been in development for some time now. I love Remedy. I'm a big fan of Alan Wake. I never got around to playing Alan Wake 2 or Control. I need to play them, but I love Max Payne 1 and 2 and 3, and I love Alan Wake a lot. So I think Control 2, it feels like it's been some time since Alan Wake 2 has come out. Feels like the perfect time, especially because I believe the studio's having trouble with, they released a multiplayer game that I don't think did too well. Feels like a good time to kind of get some hype back into the studio with Control 2. Going back to Sega, I have new Sonic game written down. I don't know if it'll be a remake. I doubt it, but I think we'll get a new Sonic game. I don't know if it'll be Sonic Frontiers 2, Sonic Adventure 3, or a whole new Sonic game, but it feels like it's time. It's been some time since Sonic Frontiers came out. Feels like it, oh, well, also Shadow Generations came out last year, so maybe, well, I don't know. Shadow Generations is a really small game. I think it'd make more sense to have like a real big game here. I would love to see an Adventure 3 or a Frontiers 2, but I would also be down for like a Shadow the Hedgehog game or something like that. Even something like weird like a Silver the Hedgehog game. That would never happen. But it feels like it's about time for a new Sonic game. And sticking on the bandwagon of Sega, I've been waiting for this one because I'm a big fan of the series. A new Jet Set Radio. They announced that they're working on a new Jet Set Radio like 2 years ago. What the fuck happened with that? It feels like it's time, dude. It's been forever. I know there's other games like Golden Axe and stuff, but let's be real. We're on that Jet Set Radio hype, dude. I think they just celebrated the anniversary of it. It was either this year or last year. Feels like a perfect time to get a new Jet Set Radio trailer out so we can finally see what the game looks like. Especially after how good Bomb Rush Cyberpunk was and how good Hyperfunk is looking. Yo, Sega, we gotta step up, dude. It's time. It's time. I should have said this one before Jet Set Radio, but Sonic the Hedgehog 4 movie trailer. Dude. Excuse me. The Sonic the Hedgehog movies are fucking fantastic, dude. And Sonic the Hedgehog 3 got snubbed at the Game Awards. So to make amends with Sonic the Hedgehog, Jeff Keighley is going to be like, it's time to show everyone Amy in live action, and all the Sonic freaks are going to be like, holy fuck, Amy, yeah! And I will not be one of those people, and it's going to look awesome, and I love Sonic. He's fucking awesome. I can't wait. I really want to see a Sonic the Hedgehog 4 trailer. The movies are so good, dude. Next is a new Mega Man. I know, listen, they're doing the fucking Mega Man. The DS game was Star Force, which I'm actually excited for. And they're probably going to do a Legends collection before they do a new Mega Man, but I don't care. We need a new Mega Man, and it's time. I know I've said this with everything I fucking said before. I don't care. Listen, Capcom, what the fuck are you guys doing? How many times has Capcom said, Mega Man's the face of Capcom? That's just not fucking true, dude. Why don't you put your fucking money where the mouth is, all right? Let's get a brand new Mega Man game, okay? Mega Man X9, all right? Mega Man 12, fucking Mega Man Legends 3, I don't care. Look, Battle Network fucking 27. I don't know how many Battle Networks are, there's a lot of them. We need a new fucking Mega Man game. He's been disrespected for far too long. And especially because Mega Man 11 was like incredible. It's probably my favorite of the original Mega Man games, like the normal Mega Man games. There's so many fucking Mega Man games. I loved 11 a lot. The gear shift system was fucking sick. I replayed that game like 3 times, dude. I thought it was a masterpiece. I was shocked that they did not announce another Mega Man game. Like, that's crazy to me. All right, this is something that I think would excite a lot of people. Something from FromSoft that is not a Souls game, which I would also be really into that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really want to see another Souls game. And the project I've been most interested in from FromSoft most recently was Armored Core 6. I still have not played it or bought it, but that game looks, since that game was shown off, I was like, brother, this game looks fucking peak. I could see them doing a new game that is not a Souls game. I just don't know what it would be. I know that they have a history of doing other genres, like, I want to say, I think it's Echo Knight. It's either Echo Knight or Kuon, which are horror games that FromSoft did. We could see a JRPG. I think I've seen, it's Miyazaki, right? I think he talked about wanting to do a JRPG. FromSoft has actually made a JRPG in the past with Enchanted Arms, and there's another one I can't remember. I believe they weren't too great, but I could see something like that. Something from FromSoft that is not a Souls game. Because they already have Duskbloods. I don't think they really need to. And Elden Ring Night Rain has a new expansion coming soon. Like, I think we can get something non-Souls from them for now. Next is Beast of Reincarnation. This is a game I'm really interested in because it's Game Freak and that game looks fucking cool as hell. I'm really interested to see what they do with it, mostly because I'd like to see what Game Freak is capable of. And it's been a while. Feels like a good time to show off Beast of Reincarnation. Coming off that, I have Expedition 33, the free expansion, shadow dropped same day. I think it'd be a perfect time to put that out. They've already been doing recordings. The voice actors and the team themselves have openly talked about and posted pictures of them recording the scenes for this expansion. It's free from what I understand, and I think, especially because there's gonna be so much hype around Expedition during this award show, yeah, I think they'll have a trailer and they're going to shadow drop it. It'll release the same day. Next, I don't know if this will happen. Final Fantasy 13 Remaster. So something that the Final Fantasy Twitter account has been doing this entire year is on the 13th of every month, they post something related to Final Fantasy 13. I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I don't remember which one. And I just checked earlier today to see if they've still been doing that. And yes, they're still doing that. They still tweet something even like tangentially related to 13 on the 13th of every month. So my guess, it's December 11th is the Game Awards, right? Maybe they'll announce Final Fantasy 13 Remaster Collection and it will release on December 13th, like a short, very short release span to get hype. Maybe. I'm not super confident on that, but maybe. This one is for my boy Jesus from Space from my community. I only have this on here because it's for him and also because there's only one game that I think Jeff Keighley would want at this show that could possibly match the hype of Okami, and that's Half-Life 3. I don't actually have a lot of confidence in this being here, but I'm going to predict it. Fuck it. I think there's a decent chance, like 30% chance, that Half-Life 3 is announced at the Game Awards this year. And my last two, Persona 4 Rewind, as I said earlier, I don't really think we'll see Persona 6. If we do, it'll be just like a logo drop, and it would show after we see like a real good gameplay look at Persona 4 Rewind. I think we'll get a Persona 4 Rewind gameplay trailer. We'll get a good look at the game. It's not going to look like shit like it did last time. We'll get a release date, and it's going to be 2026. Yeah. And then my last one, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 or Final Fantasy IX Remake. I'm not sure which, but I'm going to go with 7 Part 3 because of a few things, all right? I'm going to go with the crackpot theory and then my logical theory, okay? So the crackpot theory, my friend sent me a photo of the Fat Moogle snowboarding, which is actually in the gold saucer. You can see it in Rebirth. And that is obviously going to be something that will be eventful and cool and important in Part 3. This calendar that they've been doing throughout the year has only showed Rebirth scenes from what I remember. This would be the first one that technically has to do with Part 3, is this December calendar with the Moogle snowboarding. So maybe, you know, they're doing that because they're going to show Part 3 and they're going to show snowboarding. Maybe, I don't know. But to me, the more logical one is this, okay? Final Fantasy VII is one of the most important games in video game history. Final Fantasy VII in general is a game that challenged the very idea of what a AAA video game could be. And the Final Fantasy VII Remake series has been very largely successful. A lot of people love it. And on top of that, I feel that in the spirit of the original Final Fantasy VII, challenging the idea of what a AAA video game can be, I feel like the Remake series is challenging the very idea of what a remake could be. It is a very momentous, giant thing that will be remembered in history, is this Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. And because of that, I think that Square Enix need to do right by this IP and show it off to as many people as possible to get as many people excited as they possibly can. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 sold a lot of copies. And that was announced at E3, which was the biggest gaming event of all time. Rebirth was announced in a Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary Direct, which was, in hindsight, the wrong move. I loved it. It was fun because I'm a big fan, but let's be honest, the little Timmy and the average Joe are not going to watch a 25th Anniversary Direct for Final Fantasy VII. Okay, that's not it. The Game Awards has an insane amount of viewership, like 150 plus million people watch the Game Awards, okay? There is no other place you could possibly show Part 3 and get as many people hyped and excited than the Game Awards. There's literally no other event. It doesn't exist. Summer Game Fest does not pull anywhere near as many numbers as the Game Awards does. So, if I was Square Enix, I think you show Part 3 here and give a release window of 2027, because we're basically in 2026 already. That's what I got. That's my predictions for the Game Awards. What are your predictions? Am I smoking penis, or do you want to smoke some penis with me? That sounds insane. Sorry I said that. What the fuck? Yeah, let me know what your predictions are. I want to go through them, and probably because I'm going to post this before I stream, I would like to read your guys' predictions on stream. So let me know what you guys think.